put us up. Dun, dun. How exciting. How exciting, y'all.
Very exciting.
However you want to play it, I'm down. So
Sure.
just like, let's just have, I don't know, fun.
Yeah, sounds good. Fun is good.
How's the weather? Is it still warm or is it? I saw Ari posted it was like 7 recently.
Yeah, the weather is
Oh,
not, I mean, it is not warm anymore. It's like, no, it's not. It's like the difference,
feeling
like
the
it's like a
fall
light
now.
switch.
Really?
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden, okay, no, no more summer.
Like today, this morning, I woke up like, okay, well, that's that then. Yeah,
Yeah,
back
right?
to summer.
It's really dark outside now. It used to
You're
be
li-
like a light.
you wake up, you're like, well, that was autumn. We're now into winter.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. That's as abrupt, as brutal as that.
Well,
I don't-
let's see what we can do about that. Pick a number between, let's see, 1 to 44.
Okay, I get to do 32.
Good old 32. All right, here. Good old number 32. Let's see. All right, so 44, 3, 2, 1, 40, 39, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, wow. Okay, so this comes from J Graigory, and our suggestion is sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Thanks, J Gregory. Sorry, not sorry.
Thank you, not thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Not thank you.
Oh,
So,
Yeah.
thank you for letting me borrow this book. I'm about to finish reading the chapter on emotional intelligence. I'm really thankful you could teach me some things on how to learn how to say sorry. You're such a good therapist, and I've learned a lot from you.
thank you.
Hey,
Thank
should
you.
I not be here? I know my appointment's next. Should I wait in the waiting room?
No, I think we're done here. I think you can come in.
Are you sure? Because I feel look. I should be. I feel like I should wait in the waiting room. Like you still have something. I'll just take a couple steps back, and then whenever you want, you pull me in. And in fact, you could stay for the first few moments of my appointment if that's okay. I feel like I've intruded right now. I've been standing here, so let me just. I'll give you some time to wrap yours up.
Look at that! Such a nice guy.
No, he has paid most of my sessions.
You,
No, it's like every everything I own, he paid for.
wow.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. It's
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt because I'm not trying to overhear, but I am completely messed up and this man saved my life. I cannot see not seeing him on a regular basis. Again, apologies. I'm gonna just wait in the doorway. I'm not listening at all. I gotta check my phone.
He taught you how to say apologies true? You're so good at that.
yeah,
I feel like I really have something in common with this guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
again.
we should talk together.
Yeah, I feel like I've intruded in the last part of your session, so if you want to stick around,
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
don't mind you coming in. Just here you can have actually my space, and I'll be like kind of pretending.
oh yeah, that's good. Um,
Thank you. So so uh, so what's something that he gave you that changed your life in therapy?
I mean confidence. He taught me to believe in my own instincts. He said that what I have is good enough. I am enough. I have enough. You know, he made me say that into the mirror every day for 6 months. I had to wake up and go, I am enough. I have enough. And before then, I was always chasing something. He's taught me that a lot of my issues are my issues. I need to own them and not be a slave to them, but own them. I mean, I've got abandonment issues. I've got issues with I'm an overeater. Like it, and a lot of that comes from
No.
yeah.
Oh, I feel abandoned sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm so happy. Other people have issues.
Oh my God. Yes. Yeah, yeah. You know, my parents got divorced, and both of my parents remarried twice. So there's one, four, five divorces. So I have a fear of abandonment. My father left when I was young. Everyone I've ever dated has left me. I've had six boyfriends. They've all left me at various points. So abandonment to me is a huge issue in my life. Yeah. I always thought it was me. I always thought it was me.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that, but at the same time, I'm just not sorry because so makes you so interesting.
And and whenever I come here, he does this. Like he rarely speaks, and he just the things he says. It's like he drops these pearls of wisdom. And yeah, I'm sorry, not sorry. You're here also.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think our time together was all about we going into therapy, and then you were saying all your problems and then just listening and then just being like this and then just saying something that helps.
Hey, it goes more than just helps. Like it's crucial for me as a human and to grow and to understand that because people have left doesn't mean that it's my fault. And I mean, that's something that I've searched everywhere for someone to tell me this, and now I've found someone who could. So yeah, you're not alone. You also feel abandoned. He's the guy that can help. I mean, I don't tell anybody about him because I'm afraid that like he's gonna get too popular and then get too pricey.
Well, no, no, no. I would never, never get pricey for you. I mean, it has increased the price slightly every time, every session, but
Yeah.
I would never get too pricey to you. I mean,
Yeah.
you are essential to me.
It's so funny. He's like, no, it's pretty standard that it goes up 100 kroner every time. So, but I'll tell you what, I don't tell him this, but I would pay whatever for the advice he gives.
Okay, you really shouldn't tell him this. But at least you both you don't abandon each other, you know? Like you're healing from the abandonment issues.
Yeah, and that's I guess that's the biggest thing is you can heal. You don't have to let that narrative play out. You are enough, you have enough, you can heal.
Yeah, yeah.
Pay enough. I pay enough,
You
so
can you pay enough,
I
but you
am
can
enough.
always pay a little bit more.
If I pay a little more,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have to feel sorry for paying more.
so so if I pay enough, I am enough. Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. I think I
Wow.
mean that's it. I pay enough, I am enough.
yeah, so yeah.
And so if I pay, it's like I am valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
you still have time. You still have you two keep talking. I'm just gonna
Mhm. So tell me, what is the issue that you are or wanted to discuss with me that comes from this?
what's in the book? I wanted to talk about the power of Pokemon.
The power of Pokemon.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't mean I'm sorry. I don't mean to overhear and interrupt, but you'll be amazed at what he says with the power of Pokemon, how that applies to life. I'm just gonna
That's true. We had a session where we discussed the power of Pokemon.
Actually,
And
I
it was
like this
amazing.
topic too. It says, how much is enough? How much is enough? Because we were just on that. And sort of, yeah. And it goes so well with the power of Pokemon, really.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, because when in Pokemon, you never have enough. You always want more Pokemon.
Yeah, and that represents our search for so much more that we think we need outside of ourselves. But you've got enough Pokemon inside of you. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
well, yeah, it's nice. But thank you, not thank you. For,
Yes, yes. You're welcome, not welcome.
Actually, I'm going to open my safe. If you want, you can talk together while I go there and open my safe to count my money.
Oh, sure. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
glad you have the
sorry,
time
not sorry.
okay, he's sorry, not sorry for not counting his money.
I'm not accepting and accepting his apology at the same time. You know what he told me once?
Yes and no.
Yes and no, right? He said to me, "Hey, instead of saying sorry, why don't you say thank you and replace the sorry?" And I mean, I've said that a lot now. Instead of saying, "Hey, I'm sorry for being late," I'll say, "Thank you for waiting for me. I'm not sorry," and it's given me some power back in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like instead of just like placing, like making people feel pity and stuff, you just say thank you, and then it's like so much thankfulness just grows from the inside of people.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
wow.
It's the perfect, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm offering an apology, but I'm not apologizing.
Right. And you're thankful,
Yeah.
but you're thankful.
Yeah. I'm
Anyway.
thankful, but yeah. Again, you still have some time left. I'm gonna wait back here.
Here I got my small bolt, so that we can.
There's that looks pretty, small.
Yeah. It's pretty small. Yeah, it always needs more money in order to get more, to grow up.
Right.
Yeah, so I would be really sorry if you would contribute to this.
Really sorry.
Yes.
And not sorry at the same time, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't mean to interrupt, but why don't I just give you my payment as well, as long as you've got that open?
Yeah. Of course, please.
That's great. How
Sorry.
much is enough, though? Do we ever know?
I mean, I don't think we ever know.
No. I'm so excited to watch it grow.
Sorry for your contribution.
Oh, not sorry. Scene! Yeah! What a cool suggestion. Sorry, not sorry.
It was really gamey.
Oh, I mean, it's one of those like really cool character like catchphrases, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then it lends itself to like, oh, it seems like this is gonna be a fun game that we could just keep playing. Now,
I really use it for so much. Very useful.
yeah, it's very cool to like explore where this could all go, and like if that's true, what else? It felt like a very much that scene of like, oh, if that's true, what else is true? And we just kept exploring it, which was great. Um, Now, how did you get into improv? How did each of you? Because, and I think you're fairly new to it, right? You just started this year?
Me? I actually, should I tell the story first? I mean, I got to pick the word, so I should tell the story first too.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should.
So this is my improv inspired story of how I got into improv, really. Because there was this one weekend in 2018 where I didn't have a place to stay. for the weekend, and I thought I could either think of this as like a crisis, somebody should save me, sort of, I need to be saved, or I could think of this as an opportunity, like who do I want to get to know and stay with for the weekend. So I looked on my Facebook list, and this girl came up that has been doing lots of cool stuff in my school, and I always sort of like admired her personality from a distance a little bit. And then I just like told her that, like, hey, I think you're a cool person and I'd like to get to know you. And then we talked like 2 sentences, and I was like, hey, do you mind if I come stay with you at the weekend?
And she said, yeah? She's like, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, I had this feeling that she would, that she was the kind of person to just be open to that sort of spontaneity and feel it like a game, like a gift, you know.
Sure.
And then she took me to improv because she was an improviser, and I was sold. Yeah.
Wow. It's such a cool example of like saying yes leading to some pretty fun stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And Alejandro, you've got the same story, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's, yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, he just opened up to the world.
Yeah, that was it.
Exactly this exact same story. No, I mean,
Same person.
yeah, so, yeah, same conversation actually. So, it was that time that I was you.
Oh,
So
wow.
anyway, so I got into improv by colleague at work. She's a really wonderful person, and there was something kind of weird, kind of special with this person, and it was like, wow, I get to know you better. And then
Weird in a very good way, by the way.
yeah, right.
Yes.
And then she started, talking about improv, and it was like everything, and it was like, nah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Uh,
Nah.
Nah, I don't know. But then I was like, there was a really hard period in my life where I was like, life is so sad. I don't care about anything. And then she was like, hey, you should come to improv. I was like, okay, what gives? And then I did that. And it was the Oslo Improv Festival. And that was like, wow, what a blast. So I just witnessed a lot of really good improv, and I was like, wow, I want to do this. I really want to do this. And it affected me so deeply that there was just no way back.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
funny. It's so true though, right? It's like I love how you said that. It affected you so much that you're like, this is going to be a part of my life and there's no going back to what I was. This is going to keep adding to the value in my life.
yes, right. So I went from being a really introvert to becoming a really somewhere in between. I swing a lot between the two worlds, and it's like, well, it's never gonna go back to what it was. It's just gonna stay that way, and
Yeah.
in a good way, right?
Well, I think you called it. Like we swing back and forth so much between introvert and extrovert as improvisers. Like even the ones you think are the most outgoing, I think they also have a definite part of them that is an introvert for sure. And you're going back and forth constantly between like feeling like you're an extrovert, feeling like you're an introvert, feeling more shy and outgoing as you go. And that's, I think for a lot of us in improv, we feel the most extroverted because there's a whole bunch of people like us. Like we're all kind of that same, we're all really smart. We all have social anxiety. We all want to belong. We all want to find people who kind of get us and let us be who we are. And I think you find that in improv more than any place else.
Yes, and I feel that combination of, I mean, I was actually really surprised to find a lot of introverted people in the improv community, because that was not at all what I pictured, right? That's like now this is all a bunch of really social people that are really used to do this and kind of, but that's how you become, not what you
Yeah.
are. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's funny. I remember like friends hanging out. We would like go on a car trip and would be like improvisers, and then there'd be a friend who wasn't an improviser, and we would like be driving, for a couple hours and coming back, and they would sometimes be really amazed. They're like, "Oh, I expected to be more lively." And it's like, no, we're all kind of quiet at times. Like we can definitely be more outgoing, but there are times where you're just in a car with a bunch of like very introverted people, and that surprises. I think people think you're going to be the same off stage that you are on stage.
yeah, that's actually true. I met someone in Chicago that was like my roommate, and it was like he was a really, 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 really introverted person. But when you saw him on stage, it was like you couldn't even guess. It was so amazing to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's fun.
and are you both still doing stuff like I think Impro Neuf is like kind of your home base, and you're starting to do shows with an audience, right? Like you're back to doing some not full capacity shows, but you're at a certain percentage.
Yeah, actually, right now I don't remember the number. I think 25 people or something like that for
Yeah.
workshops at least. I'm not
Yeah.
sure how much is the capacity for shows.
35.
35?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting there. It's starting to go back to normality, and yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, I joke a lot about like, do you know how many groups in the States pre-pandemic would kill for a 35-person audience?
Oh,
They are no, like most shows, you aren't doing it for that amount of people. Most of the shows that people do, at least like in Chicago, there were just so many groups that it's like, oh, you might have like 15, 20 people in the I mean, that's a pretty typical sized audience. So
Yeah.
right, and that's
All right.
like it's a really good audience. I mean, it's and what happened too is that after pandemic, it's like everyone is like, yes, I needed some improv, and it's so beautiful actually to get that connection again and to get that. I don't know, it's just man.
are you two aren't on the same team, are you?
We actually are.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
really?
started a new team. Not a new team. The team that I was before
Yeah.
well,
I
yeah,
just,
actually joined.
they just put in some good words for me. Yeah.
Well, of course. I mean, it's so you're both very skilled at this, and so sometimes we think that it's a charity, and it's like no, it's earned. Like it's not that people are just given things. It's like they still have to have a part in getting it too. So congratulations on that. It's real fun when you're on a team where you actually enjoy the people who are playing with you.
It's
That's a big part of it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like improv is basically just a bunch of trust falling on stage, you know?
it is.
Yes. A bit different from when you're doing stand-up comedy or something, because stand-up is more about like, I'm gonna be so smart and so funny, and then improv is like, I'm just gonna show you guys the quality of my team.
But it's so true. It's such a stand up to me is so isolating, and such a lot of the stand ups I know, it's such a very lonely existence because you're by yourself. You're on the road a lot, or you're doing shows, and it becomes somewhat of a competition of who's funniest. Whereas, yeah, it's the improv is a bunch of us doing those trust exercises basically for the time we're on stage.
Right, and it's a lot about having fun together and
Yeah,
having fun with the others and
yeah,
just making the other players ideas and games just become something brilliant and play with it, and
yeah,
I think it's just so essential. It's so essential to our nature, right? And
yeah.
I kind of fail to understand how this is like not everywhere. Like at least, for example, here in Norway, there are people that have no idea what improv is. That's not what I saw in Chicago, for example. But over here, it's not everyone that knows what it is.
Yeah.
It's coming.
All the time, all day, every day.
It's coming. It's come. People will learn. It's slow, but and it's speeding up now.
What's
Like,
coming?
yeah, hey, we're improv is coming, everyone. We'll get you.
I
Yes.
thought you actually
You
said it
will
was
become an
coming.
improviser.
Yes. Follow us. Where can people, if they want to, see what you're doing or follow you in social media, what's the best way they can do that?
Our group is called the Hee Ha Hoo, and and yeah, that's really funny for improvisers because the game. But then if you haven't played Hee Ha Hoo, it's something you really need to try.
Yes.
And then you're gonna enjoy our shows too, but not until you've played the game.
You got to
And-
play it first.
I don't know if we actually have a Facebook page yet. We have someone who,
We should make one.
yeah,
We should make one.
Good. Done
and we have
and
someone
done.
who said they would. So we have like a beginning fan crowd, I guess. Somebody who enjoys watching us make a mess on stage. That's a fan, isn't it? Anyway,
Yeah.
and yeah. So I don't know if we can give you a good answer to that yet.
That's perfect. That's the perfect answer. You
Alright.
you two are the best. It was so great seeing you all again, and like it's such you bring such happiness to my heart. So had so much fun, and if I can't wait till we play together again, whether it's virtually or face to face. I just can't wait, my friends.
Oh man, that would be so much fun.
Yeah.
When the country opens again and that kind of stuff, that would be really fun. That would be really, really good.
Yeah.
It's a promise.
Yeah. Good.
Mwah.
Thank you so much for
Oh.
playing with me.
Thank you both. Love you both. We'll talk soon.
Ciao.
Thank
Ciao,
you.
ciao.
Everyone.
Bye.